Hello, welcome to Jamie's Camper. I'm Jamie and this is going to be my camper eventually. Now I'm going to start doing videos on the build. I've done some of it already. I've had the van a year. Basically it's a Mercedes Sprinter 313 long wheelbase CDI, which is a big van, actually bigger than I thought. When I got it, it looked big, but once you start filling it up with stuff, you realise how big it is and how much money it'll take to finish it. But anyway, basically what I'm going to be doing in the next while on these videos is showing you how you can turn a panel van like this or smaller, depending on your own budget, into a camper van. I'm not necessarily doing it on a budget. I've had the van a year and I've just been kind of pecking away. When I've got spare money, see something, get it, spend a day fitting it. I mean, time, I work full time, so time is of an issue here. But anyway, I've looked on YouTube before. There's a lot of how-to videos on how to do camper vans and self-build campers and that. I don't think there's any right way to do it. It's your own preference, whatever you want, and obviously money as well. What I'll do, I'll give you a quick look around and you'll be able to see what I've done so far, which isn't a huge amount really. I mean, I've done a good bit, but there's still a lot left to do. Let's have a quick look around. Let me just turn you around here if I can. 2 seconds here. What's this one? Alright, now let's have a quick look around here. Excuse the mess of tools and things, because it's more of a storage cupboard at the moment than it is a van. So basically, I know what we'll do. We'll start at the front here. So here's the cab. There was a bulkhead here which I removed and still have, which I may sell on Gumtree or something like that. I don't know. I put in my own bulkhead, a wooden one, and lined it with some fabric there, which I'll be showing you how to do. And that was, I mean, I think it looks quite good. It isn't that cheap because it's kind of a plasticky leatherette kind of fabric, but it looks kind of good. So anyway, that's what I've gone for there. The electrics I've started. I've got a leisure battery in. That's a control panel there for it. Leisure battery is, I've opened up the seats, is down there among the jumble of wires and things. I mean, it looks like a mess of wires, but that's all fused and it's all earthed off properly and the battery's secure and things, so that doesn't go anywhere. That's another thing I'll be getting on with, is doing a little bit more electrics and showing you how to install them. Okay, now this was a panel van, so I have fitted two windows. They've got curtains on them at the moment and they're a good size window. So basically I had to cut the steel panel out and bond on these windows, which I'll be doing on the back doors probably this summer or spring, and I'll be documenting that so you can see how it's done. It's actually super simple, but there is a couple of things I've learned from the first two windows I put in, which I'll be applying to the back ones. As you can see, I've got curtains in there now. These are Sprinter specific curtains. I got them on a sale, January sale, which was a bonus. I think they were like 23 quid each with the rail and the pair of curtains in it. Obviously I've got two, because I've got a window each side. I'll open them up, let you see. They just slide. Don't worry about that car out there. And these windows, actually we'll do it on this side, it's a better side. We have a look at this side, it's the same big window there, nice big window to look out of. And we'll open it up. Now, these windows were slightly dearer than just the plain ones because they're opening windows, which is, I think, gonna make a big difference in the summer, hopefully. There we go, they open up nice. They're a bit stiff because I've not really had them open a lot. Like I say, super easy to fit, but like I say, a couple of tips that I can give you on fitting them just to make things a bit easier for yourself. I'll make sure that's shut now. Yeah, that's it shut, and close those curtains up. So this is going to be like the seating area / dining area. Excuse all the junk on the floor, I've just got a heap of rubbish in here at the moment. So basically those seats are still going to be there, and there's going to be a table kind of attached to this wall here, and it'll come out and it'll be like a fold away table that can go down the side there. There's a bit of a gap down here which we'll be able to get stuff down. This in here will be the, let's come back a bit, it's going to be the shower unit. So I'm a big eBayer, as you might have already guessed with all the crap I've got in this van. I picked up that shower tray for 11 quid on eBay, and that's a plastic shower tray. And the reason I bought it was because, oh well, there's a lot of ceramic ones and there's a lot of acrylic ones as well, but the plastic one, I thought if I had to, I could cut it easily if I needed to, but I don't think I do. It fits really well. It's the perfect size for this van. It's going to give me space to walk past the shower, you know. It was a good buy, I thought, anyway. So this is inside the shower. Now don't worry about these walls, these are going to be lined with plastic and obviously siliconed, same as the back wall there. That's all going to be lined plastic, same as this wall here. Like I said, I've got some of the electrics done. That's some of the lights there, some other lights up here, one around there. So that's all going to be lined with a nice sliding plastic door coming back and forward. It's nothing's fitted at the moment. All this timber is just in place just to see you know, if that was the right stuff. The tray isn't actually fitted either, it's just slid in there. So basically that's going to be storage areas at the back, these cupboards here, either side, that side and this side. Then this piece of wood here actually sits on top of the two cupboards here, and it's going to be a full-size double bed, because there's no way I'm poking about in an uncomfortable bed. You want to sleep comfortably. It doesn't look like there's much room there between kind of like the height of the bed and the roof, and I maybe built those cupboards a little too high, but we'll probably see once I get a mattress on there. But the other thing was, you're going to be higher up, hopefully you'll be out of the chill of the wind and the cold if there's any. So, and if, well, once I get a heater installed in here, I've got Arbespasher coming, so once that gets installed, heat rises, so hopefully you'll stay, I think, a lot snugger kind of up top there. If you can look along there, that's all the electrics. Now that will all be covered up eventually. That runs all the way to the front and then down through the bulkhead there into the battery, which is behind there under the seats. Basically the reason I've done it all on one side, and they're not going to be left exposed like that, obviously. They're going to have like a cupboard panel, and I'm going to use magnets. I'll show you a trick with magnets I'm going to use, so it's easy accessible. You can whip the panel on and off if you have to get back into any of the electrics, and I think it just makes it easy running it down one side. A lot of the wires run obviously on top of the roof here to these lights, and to this light here, which is on the bright side, and that was a good buy, I thought. And you can also turn it off, have it on like a standby. It's a cool light, by the way. And then it has 3 different kind of modes, lighting kind of settings. So you've got like that one, not so bright, middle brightness, and then full brightness. Again, I've got another one of these, a smaller one, which I'm going to show people how to fit up here in the bedroom area, because all these lights are on this switch panel, and it's at the other end of the van. One, because I wanted it close to the battery, and I didn't want to be running switches too far away either. So hence the reason I've gone for kind of lights with switches on them, so I can switch them on and off wherever they are. So basically what we've got here, this is the main lamp, which has just gone off, one above me, and then I think that's the bathroom light, and then that one is the rear of the van. So once they're all on again, that's great. But if you want to get up in the middle of the night or something, you're going to need a light slightly closer to yourself lying in bed here than you will over there. But I'll show you how to fit that as well. If you're not sure about 12 volt electrics, get someone in to do it. I mean, 12 volts are pretty simple. Just make sure everything's fused. I'm not in any way an electrician, but if you fuse everything and earth everything properly, and make sure there's no cheap joints or cheap circuitry, then you should be okay. But like I say, if you're not sure, get someone in to do it. But underneath here, now there's the wheel arches back there, we can't really see in at the moment. There's a wheel arch that side obviously and that side. These will be where the water tank is. I think actually the water tank's going to be on this side. I changed my mind about that. and that side is where the heater's going to be. The heater's going to be at the back corner, and there's going to be ducting running across into the living area here. Basically this will be shut off from the boot area, so there'll be bikes and things in there, or whatever you want you can put on the floor there. Obviously the bed's going to be up there. You'll see it come together eventually. I mean, it's taken a good time, but it's fully insulated. I've got all this, this is recycled Coke bottles, got that in there like B&Q kind of place, and underneath there around the whole van is this Mylar stuff, which everyone says is the best stuff. Now that's glued on with high temperature glue straight to the panel, obviously on the back side of it, and then I just put that on top just to, one, for sound deadening. I don't know if it's going to do much in the way of insulation, hopefully it will, but behind all of this here, you can see it here in the back, that's all insulated all the way back. I think I got 3 rolls of this stuff. I mean, it's about 30 quid a roll. It wasn't cheap stuff, but like being a big van, there's a lot of cavities to fill, which was a pest, but it's just the way it is. So what else can I tell you about it? Oh, the floor. I've got pictures of the floor and all this kind of things that I must dig out and put up to show you. The floor is a laminate floor, but underneath that is what you would put down in a house for laminate, which is like a spongy stuff. There's some in here, you can't really see it that well. It's actually, it's like a foam kind of padding stuff. So basically I've got a laminate floor here, underneath that the padding, then it goes onto the original floor that was in the van, which I lifted and cleaned underneath because there was a funny smell that was damp that was underneath the floor. But I put that back down on top of another layer of that, so the floor is really well insulated, and it cut the sound out hugely because that was the first thing I did before anything was built. That's really about it for now. This is going to be, you can see this gap here all the way down here. That's going to be, I'm going to show you how to cut the wood for that. We'll measure it anyway, cut the wood for that, and then apply this. It's like a plasticky leatherette kind of stuff. I mean, I like it because I didn't want to go for carpet in a van. I think carpet holds smells and it can become very dusty, also I've heard in other YouTube videos. This stuff, it's pretty tough stuff. You can wipe it down. I don't think it'll tear or scratch that easily. All the joints, like here, I've got some trim for that. I don't know where it is at the moment, it's kicking around somewhere. Again, I'll be showing you how to cut it and trim everything up nice, keep it all neat. The roof that I installed, now this is like plastic shower panels that I got in B&Q. I think I got 2 loads of them. I'm going to be using them again on the inside here, just on this wall in the shower, purely because I think if the whole thing's lined with those panels, I mean they're quite thick, there's an air gap in them, I think you're going to be taking a little bit too much space out of the van. I've got some like 3mm plastic which is going to be lined on this side and that side, but this here, just to stiffen it, because I had to kind of make a wall there out of bits and pieces. This stuff will be better, I think. So yeah, so that's the plan. So I hope you like the video. This is the first one. I'm going to be doing this all summer long, hopefully. Well, not all summer, because I want to get it done. I haven't got any urgent need to get it done. I mean, it's kind of a hobby build, but I do want to show people what can be done if you just peck away at things, and you don't need to have a lot of money. I mean, I certainly don't. I just, if I see someone on eBay at a reasonable price that I know I can use, well then that gets snuffled up and bought. A lot of the stuff, I'm using stuff that you shouldn't, or not that you shouldn't, but probably wouldn't think you could use to build a camper van. So yeah, so I hope you like my videos. If you can like and subscribe on my page, I would appreciate it. Okay guys, catch you next time. Bye now.